In this exercise, you were given an inventory for a grocery store. I actually took this from Aldi. The items are around 1800, but this is a condensed inventory of 155 items. And you have the item's name, its brand, the department in the store, its price, size, and price per unit. For the purpose of this exercise, we're going to treat the price per unit as cost per unit because we want this exercise to be a cost analysis. We're going to treat this as the cost of the item for the grocery store, and the price is going to be the price that we charge for the client or the customer. And basically, with the exercise that you were given, we have two parts. The first part is you're going to create an invoice for a certain office. You can name whatever office you would like. And then on the second part, you're going to create some sort of a profile where you're going to run the numbers and try to analyze whether your grocery store is making a profit or not. Okay, so let's start with the first part. And in the first part, we are going to create an invoice. And it's going to look something like this. It's very simple. An invoice is just a very simple document. If you look up invoice examples or templates on Google, you'll find plenty of examples. It just contains description, quantity, unit price, and an amount, and then you calculate the total amount owed for the company or the office that you're sending it to. For my example, I'm just going to choose any dental office that's close by the Fairfax area. So let's say Fairfax Family Dental Care. Okay, so I'm going to create a new sheet. Let me move it to the end. And Fairfax Family Invoice, November 2nd. Now, in future exercises, we're going to create our own invoice template, meaning that we can use it and reuse it. But for now, we're going to create, just for this exercise, we're going to create just one invoice. So for Fairfax Family Dental, Alright, so this is the name of the office that I choose. I'm going to create a quick invoice for them, and I'm going to start with the items, unit price, and quantity. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Item, unit price, quantity, and total price. Alright, actually total for now. Okay, now this is a little bit tricky because as we found out last week, when you try to copy items with your browser, apparently the browser doesn't have access to the clipboard, so you always find difficulty trying to copy from one document to another. I think a few of you came up with different solutions. For now, we're just going to type all this. I actually provided this document ready for you in a spreadsheet, so you don't have to do a lot of work. I think I provided this one right here for everyone. So I'm just gonna take this one right here and try to paste it. You see here it's not letting me do that, but I think if I can, I think I have done that before. Let me see. There it is. All right. Okay. Now, before I continue, if you can see, it's really tough to read the first column because all the words kind of go down, so I'm just going to increase the width of column A just so I can make my information readable. And let's add some borders too to my table. I'm going to go to the font group and select all borders, and let's make sure that the font is the same font. You can choose any font you would like, same size. I'm gonna choose 12, and let's make this information centered. It already is centered. Yep. Let's make this information in the center, and let's keep this in the left. Right, that's good. Alright, and I'm gonna bolden this one right here. Alright, very good. Maybe I'll do a wrap text for the first row too. Okay, so this looks good so far. Now let's calculate, let's do the calculations. So the total here is going to be the cost of each unit times the quantity. So if we have 22 pizzas, and let's humor ourselves for a second and assume that, you know, a dental office orders 22 pizzas in 1 week and some bagels, and they don't have ice cream here, don't they? No, they don't. Alright, but let's just assume that, you know, maybe they had a party or something. You can make yours like a lawyer's office or any office you would like. Okay, so this one is going to be $5.99, the price, times 22. So we can put equals B2 times C2. I hit enter, and now I have the value, the money right here. That's going to be $131.78. I'm going to go to the numbers group and then click on general, scroll down to currency, and now this is going to be $131.78. I'm going to autofill the remainder of these cells. I'm basically going to go to the lower right. There's a little square here. If you can see, my cursor changes. Once it changes to this symbol, to the black cross, you're gonna click, hold, and then drag down all the way to the end of your table. And it should copy the formula right there. If you can see, all the formulas are copied and automatically calculated for me. Okay, now in an invoice you have a subtotal, you'll have tax, and then you're gonna have a total. So let's put subtotal here. We're gonna put the subtotal here, the tax, and then the grand total is gonna be here. So we're gonna assume that tax is at 6%. I think some of you said it was 6.25. You can put it at 6.25. I'm gonna keep it at 6. Keep it consistent. Okay, and I'm gonna add borders here. Maybe put them in the center. Okay, and now the subtotal is going to be all these amounts. All this money is going to be the subtotal. So this is going to be equals to the sum of D2 to D12. It's going to be around $405.95, and the tax is going to be a 6% of the subtotal. So it's going to be D14 times 6%, and then the total is going to be the subtotal plus tax, right? So it's going to be this one plus tax. So as we can see here, we have $430.31. And there it is. That's the basic idea of an invoice. And then in the future, we're going to create a template where instead of creating all these fields and doing all these calculations, we're going to create a template that has all the formulas built in already, so we can just fill it out and print it and have it ready. So this answers the first part of this exercise, this one right here, and then in the second video we'll go over the office profile.